Ain't that something? There. Now to submit and...
Peter, how you doing, son?
Robbie, hi! I know this is out of the blue, but I wanted to let you know I just sent in a photo for your open call.
Wonderful. We can definitely run this. I gotta duck into a meeting, but if you find the beating heart of New York anywhere else, send it my way. It's good to hear from you.
You too, Robbie. Thanks. That's perfect.
My grandma always talked about going here. She'd walk across the bridge every Sunday to get the freshest vegetables in the city. But one time, she was late and the guy in front of her bought all the tomatoes. And that's how she met my grandpa.
I could pop into the Bodega for some sweet AC.
While that may be true, their ACs are cranked up to freezing, so you might want to bring a jacket, which you won't be carrying. How does it look? Was that good? If it's great, okay. If it's not, let's out.
Okay, you can send it to me. And also, am I promising?
Haha, the Bodega beef. It was already a rivalry for the ages when it was just David versus Goliath. But when Teos had to deal with the Bodega copying his success by using the exact same mascot, it stepped up to a whole nother level.
That's good.
I mean, if I was rich, I'd take advantage of that backdrop too. I'd also be worried about constantly launching balls off the roof, but I guess they can afford it.
Not bad.
Is that? Oh, man! I haven't been there in years. When we were at the Bugle's old office, we'd hide out here whenever Jonah was about to blow. I finished a lot of assignments sitting at that bar, and a lot of grasshoppers.
Nice.
NYC, the mecca of basketball. Sure, you can play it anywhere with just a ball in the net. But when you got the people in the apartment buildings watching, the other players trash talking, and the sound of rubber hitting asphalt, there's a reason they call it the city game.
That's perfect for Robbie.
My back hurts. I've tried my own home remedies, but essential oils...
Reminds me of the people who write into the Bugle, and a few who work there. Freedom of speech is a beautiful thing, but saying a thing over and over again doesn't make it true.
That's perfect.
Sometimes, I I worry with all the terrible things that happen in our city. People be afraid to leave their homes, live their lives. But not today.
In our house, traditional's always best. But that does not mean we're unwilling to Was that a good photo? Post it online!
Ah, here we go. Now, I'll admit, I first walked into his shop because of all the articles about his new flavors, but his traditional ones would have kept me coming back. Sometimes a classic is a classic for a reason.
I'm stuck again, you know?
Good, good.
You know, I saw an old Grand Master playing there last week. Anyone could walk up and challenge him.
Can I just get back?
And he lost to a kid who lives down the street from me.
Come on, man. You do
Dead.
it every time.
Never seen anything like
Just
it.
take one move back, okay? And then let me see here.
That's perfect for Robbie.
Say what you will about social media, and I can say a lot. It's helped so many businesses stay afloat here when they would have gone under a long time ago.
Soul, groomed for a life of criminality and degradation. Speaking of it, it seems Spider-Man was cohorting with notorious thief, the Black Cat. Their costumes must be cut from the same corrupt cloth. If they're in...
Ah, the Manhattan Bridge. Can you believe they started building it in 1901? Finished in 1909. I thought it was old when I was a kid, but now, it's just amazing the history that's in this city.
I'd love to see you all at the fair next week. I'm going for the chili dog record, and I hear the shrimp cocktail competition is going to be biblical.
Yeah, that'll definitely work.
Hey, you paid for that photo, Spider-Man? I'm just kidding. You're cool. Oh, no, you're radical.
I heard this guy dips his hot dog buns in tomato juice before eating them. Now, I get that it makes it easy for them to go down, but tomato juice? Brother, that ain't right.
That's perfect for Robbie.
You gotta hand it to New Yorkers. I wasn't even trying to be funny there. If there's a good time to be had, they'll find it.
Hey, watch the traffic! Nobody's teaching class in the ER today. Is that a good photo, Spider-Man? Hey, send it to the student newspaper. Keep your eyes up and off your phone.
The Spider-Man aren't the only superheroes in New York. Getting students to class on time? One of the greatest powers I've ever seen.
Not bad.
My best friend's kid painted this. I remember her showing me a sketch of it the day before it went up. New York is nothing without its people.
That'll work.
Well, well, well! Spider-Man's a shutterbug! Quit, quit! Quit, quit!
Yeah. Some things in New York you just can't explain. And that's what's great about it.
Yeah, that'll definitely work.
Honestly, we need a whole other photo series just on New York's music. Its impact, the communities it built, its outright brilliance. It's hard to encapsulate in one photo, but this isn't bad.
That car is tight. And the whole lot yesterday said light to fools wait. I'm assuming that was your way of telling me to go home? I know, it is out here. I'll leave soon.
Whether it's on the stage or in the open air, where else can you see legends and soon-to-be legends performing every day? London? That's really far away.
That should work for Robbie.
That's good.
You know, for a place where everyone's comfortable calling out when something's wrong, people here sure hate admitting when they're wrong. The writer in me does love the irony.
As soon as I'm done here, I'm taking a photo for posterity. I get it.
New York's always had a thriving underground wrestling scene. Even been to a few shows myself. That combination of theatricality with amazing feats of strength and athleticism, it's electrifying.
Nice.
When my son was growing up, I helped coach his youth baseball team here. Every game we played, the parents talked more trash than the kids. Myself included.
Hey, Mr. Robertson. The photo went through? I tried to close my submissions out with a banger.
You can call me Robbie, Miles. And yeah, it's fantastic. But I'm a bit surprised you're stopping now since you left out two of the biggest parts of New York. The Spiderman.
You really think so?
Everything I see in these photos. All the stories and history and life. None of it would still be here if it wasn't for the Spiderman. I hope they know that.
They probably forget it sometimes. But I think they do.
Well, thanks for the photos, Miles. You're a natural at this.
That means a lot. Thanks, Robbie.